Hi everyone, this is Andrew Fuge for the Rockland Arts Festival. I'm joined today by artist Laurie Vigoda. Laurie, I'd like to talk this morning about the inspiration for your piece and if there are any technical issues or challenges that you would like to share with the audience.
Hello, all, and yes, that piece that I have submitted is very, very representative of the work that I'm currently doing and what I am most interested in realizing in the work. Specifically, what I mean is I try to obtain a balance between nature and abstraction. It's done completely in my head. I have no life studies, nothing like that. It's just imagination. If I veer too much towards one side, so for example, if it becomes too lifelike, too much like a leaf, too much like a flower, that I find boring. I don't want that. So if I veer too much towards the abstraction and lose what feels like to me the essence of nature, whatever, that also goes too far in the other extreme. So I'm constantly toying with color. I don't want it too lifelike, but on the other hand, if I'm doing something based in nature, I find I always use green. I would say that color and also composition is tantamount to success. So it's got to have a very strong composition. And I also find in this piece and in general in my work, my picture planes are very flat. In other words, I don't have much three-dimensional space indicated. And I don't know why these things are. It's just who I am and what I do. The other main feature, which is always a balance for me in a piece, is that of stillness and rhythm. And I think that this piece in particular, I achieved what I felt was a very happy medium. So it's got to have a dynamism. Most of my pieces are in a vertical picture plane, often with a diagonal thrust, if you will, and with a lot of rhythm. On the other hand, stillness, as I said, is fascinating to me, and stillness is the essence of a painting anyway. You know, it's still.
Mhm.
So trying to achieve both at the same time, stillness, which also represents a kind of universality to me, is very important. So I would say my struggles in this piece were constantly finding what felt right in the areas of color, balance in terms of stillness and rhythm, and also um, uh, lifelike versus abstraction. I was thinking before about how do I know when I've achieved what feels right to me. I don't have any rubric that I apply. It just feels right. And I think about it like when a person feels like they're going to fall or feels like they're looking at something and it's about to topple over. We can perceive imbalance. And I feel that that's true in art too. If something feels too much or too little or too much in one direction, etc., I feel it. And of course, that's a very individual thing. But that's how I work. The other thing is there's no preparation. I don't even know what it is I'm going to do. I just know that even though I've done a few geometric pieces, they're not really typical of me. So most of my work is what I call biomorphic. Used to be totally figurative artist many years ago, did not abstract at all. And the other thing I wanted to say was this was done on an iPad, which has literally changed my life. The iPad is amazing, and it suits the way I work. So, as I said, I don't plan. I can't do preliminary sketches. They don't translate for me. With the iPad, I just dig in, and if it feels right, I keep going. I could save things. So I save multiple versions and take off in different directions in them. It allows me to be spontaneous and very direct. And one more thing I wanted to say, which is, for lack of a better word, I would say that strength is very important to me. And strength gets communicated, again, I believe, through partly the shallow picture plane. It's something that's right in your face, so to speak. And of course, the simplicity, the taking away is a big thing for me, and it also contributes to what I would say strength in getting to the essential feature. So another thing I guess that I do feel concerned about is, have I taken away too much? Is it boring? Has it become generic? That kind of thing. So in a nutshell, if I could say that, that's kind of it. If you have any questions, I could answer.
That was wonderful, Laurie. Thank you for sharing your inspiration and your process with us, and hope you enjoy the festival.
I hope to as well, and I plan to be a part of it in the future, and I'm actually very grateful. I want to thank you.
Thank you very much.